This is In and Impact, a platform for voices that matter.
Welcome to Ink and Impact. I'm your host, Pauline Piri, and today I'll be having an exciting discussion lined up with Medrin. I'll allow her to introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Medrin, a fourth-year student studying biochemistry at the Copperbridge University and the CEO of Medrin.
Alright, so our today's topic is patience and waiting on God. Yeah? And the subheading is trust in God's timing for a relationship or marriage. The first question is, how do we deal with feelings of loneliness and frustration during the waiting season?
Okay, so obviously it's normal for you to feel lonely and frustrated, even especially frustration because like in whatever you're waiting for, it could be for you to get financially stable for whatever it is. It's really frustrating to wait because they're like trying to look at others and they're seeing it happening for them. So you're like, when is it going to happen for me and all that shit? So I think one of the main things I've come to learn is that you need to trust on God's timing. One thing you need to understand is that His will is always better than our own. So it's like, sometimes it doesn't make sense, like, because you want things to happen as soon as possible, but then sometimes God tells you like, chill. So it's like you need to understand that you need to master the art of waiting on God's timing. Yes, because not everything is going to happen when you want it to happen. Yeah, because we're just here to live what God already, put, exactly for us. So you need to, sometimes read scriptures that talk about being patient, waiting on God's timing. Also it's good to also congregate with other people, maybe going through a similar situation with other believers and all that, and also avoid comparing yourself to others. Like just because it happened for somebody else today, then it should also happen for you. It could happen tomorrow or the day after or any other day, but definitely it will happen. So yeah, I feel like that's one of the ways you can actually manage that.
Alright, thank you so much. So we go to the next question. That was really, really awesome. So our second question is, how can we develop contentment in singleness while trusting God for a future spouse?
Okay, so in this situation, the word contentment simply means how you can be okay with it, making sure you don't rush into anything just for the sake of not being single. So one of the ways is use this time to grow yourself. It could be emotionally, focus on your emotional health, physical, spiritual, anything. Use this time to do other things. You could find new hobbies, anything. You could, if you have enough money, you could also travel, stuff like that. Just keep yourself, enjoy your own company. And also one thing that you'd always remind yourself to say, there's something that you want. Don't compromise, don't lower your standards. Make sure, like, tell yourself, I'm okay with this as long as God hasn't sent me my person yet. You shouldn't really compromise on your standards and the qualities of a good partner, or just because you're single. So always remind yourself what you want, and as long as what you want isn't yet available, then that you should be okay with you being single and just focus on doing other things. Find friends who are maybe in similar situations, who you can, because one thing I've come to realize is if you're in different spaces with certain people, it's really hard to, if you're going through certain situations, because there are those people always like come off as judgy. So we should also, during this time, we should also be really careful with the kind of friends we have, because certain friends will constantly remind you and also make you feel bad about your whole situation. So also be picky on the kind of people you relate with. So just basically those things.
Alright. Okay. So now we go to the third question. The question says, what are the dangers of rushing into a relationship outside of God's will?
Okay, so in line with relationships, if you rush it, this is where you find you compromise on your standards, like the qualities that you look for in a partner, like, because like you're rushing things. So like usually this is going to be a relationship that's based off that's built on maybe physical attraction, stuff like that. And usually these are relationships that lead into, you know, heartaches, instability, and stuff like that. So one of the dangers of you know, rushing a relationship is that obviously, like, it's not going to lead anywhere, because first of all, you didn't really take the time to know somebody, you know, to see them for who they are. Because most other times, you know, people really do pretend, yeah. Like, no wonder you need to take your time to say, because people don't pretend for long. So it's like you need to give yourself that period to say, nah, let me study how this person is, because you can't just meet somebody, you know, like okay, yeah, rushing things, like, you're not going to know somebody for like that. So it's like, take your time, know them for who they are. And yeah, because mostly you're going to see their true colors in the long run. Yes. So
But what if you really love that person?
okay,
And
love is
perhaps you assume they even love you genuinely, and you feel they are the right partner for you.
Okay, so I'm assuming, like, when you say you feel, like, have they shown you to say they really,
maybe they even show you.
they show you? Okay, in that case, one thing I can say is also, you know, things don't work the same way for everybody, yeah. So it's like one relationship, you might need like a 1 month talking stage. Others do actually work out, like even if you meet somebody in like 2 days or 3 days, like, and you still get into it. So I feel like the most important thing is actually see people for who they are. Exactly. Like, if you just see a person for who they are and not the vision you've built in your head, then that way to help you, it can be, you can get into a relationship even in like maybe a week, if somebody really has shown you to say okay. Because I feel like when you pay attention to someone, especially their actions, because I believe most of the time people, if anything, people communicate more with their actions than with their words. So if you just pay attention to their actions, even in the same 1 week, they can't even hide. Like, you can sense to say, something is really sad here.
Okay, so you reminded me of something. Is it okay to be in a talking stage with someone for a year?
No, yeah, like for that one, I don't even try to, like, I won't even hear you out. The moment you just tell me I've been in a talking stage with someone for a year, I'm just like, because first of all, somebody who's sure about you is not going to take that long. It's just giving an uncertainty, because someone who's sure and knows, oh, I want this with this person, is not going to take a whole year.
All right, with that being said, I think we can forge ahead to the fourth question. What qualities should we develop while waiting for a God-centered relationship? What qualities should we develop while waiting for a God-centered relationship?
Okay, so even as you are looking for, you know, your potential partner and the person who you should be the partner you want, so it's like be a better person, like work on being the partner that you would want, you know, like whatever qualities you look for in a person, make sure you also have those qualities, because it's kind of delusional to expect qualities from somebody else when exactly. So it's like work on being a better partner even as you're waiting for your God-sent person. And just yes.
All right, we can now go to the last question. How do we deal with peer pressure when friends are dating but pursuing?
Okay, so even before we get to what you should do, like what you should do for yourself and all that, one thing you need to do before you even start, like working on yourself, or like being content with what the situation or like the position you're in is, your type of friends, so it's like make it known to your friends to say, guys, if they are dating, like you could simply say, I'm happy for you, but I've chosen to wait, and make it known to them. And you don't even need, this is one thing that I feel like this is the mistake, we try to justify our reasons
or the reason we do certain things, but like we actually don't need to. If your friends don't respect the decision you've made, then they are simply just the wrong friends for you. So make it clear to your friends so that they never constantly make you feel like you're making a bad decision. If they do, then you know what to do. Like, you know, you need to cut them off. Not necessarily cut them off, but actually, yeah. For me, I would advise you to like cut them off, because honestly, people who don't respect your decisions or your values and all that are not people for you. Just like, yeah. So you should do that, and then also avoid comparing yourself, because really comparison is the thief of joy. So it's like, don't really compare yourself like, oh, my friends are dating, and you know, yeah, because that would also cause lead you to rush into a relationship. And exactly, yeah, like being with the wrong person, and we already talked about the dangers of, you know, rushing into. Yes. So just be content, and then also, as I said earlier, remind yourself what you want, and then yeah, choose the right friends, and also yeah, be around people who maybe also are going through the same situation, or people who respect the decision you've made. Yes, and people who want constantly make you feel bad for what they're doing. Alright.
Okay. I guess this marks the end of today. It was really nice having you, Medrin.
Yeah, it was my pleasure being here.
Thank you for watching. This was Ink and Impact. Follow, like, and comment.